Hi Stampers, thanks for joining me today. Today I'm going to show you 10 cards that are made using 2 punches. This yummy card here, there are more instructions at the end of this post and I'll be giving you a link to where I got that idea from. Here's card number 2 in black and white. Card number 3, I changed up the colours and the stamps for that one. Card number 4, using the punches in a slightly different way, and there's the inside of the card. Card number 5, this time I'm only using one of the punches and some ribbon. Here's card number 6, this time I've done some embossing and I'll talk to you about that a little bit later, show you how I did that. Here's card number 7, and I've also made a similar tag with a different design on it for a goodie bag, and I wanted to show you one of the elements I've put on this goodie bag that matches the cherry cobbler tulle ribbon at the top of the bag. You'll notice the little dahlia has been sprinkled with cherry cobbler glitter. Here's the next card that I've made using the Snow Festival Designer Series paper. Here's the paper, and you'll see how it has squares on it. These are perfect for 3x3 cards too, by the way. I've cut off one of those squares and I'm going to be using that on the card that I'm going to show you next. So here's your layering piece. I'm just going to layer that to the card with some snail. Now I have another layering piece with the gumball green cardstock, and I'm going to lay the designer paper onto the gumball green, just using snail. This card goes together really quickly. Now I'm bringing in some dimensionals. Just pop a dimensional on each corner and then squeeze the top of the dimensional so that the paper comes off easily. There's a little tip for you. Place that down near the bottom of the card because you want plenty of room at the top for, yes, those 2 punches. So I'm using Peace on Earth from the Greetings of the Season stamp set and gumball green ink. You want to make sure you do your stamping first before you punch out. That way it's really easy to line up your image. Just centering that in the circle punch. And now I'm bringing in the scallop punch with the gumball green again. And they go on very quickly with 3 dimensionals on the back of the scallop. And just place that above the lower image. And you just need 1 dimensional on the back of this circle. And I think I'll just take that off and reposition a little bit. It's not quite right. There we go. Now to finish that off, I'm just going to bring in some dazzling details in the cherry cobbler and just put some of that on the top of each of those little ornaments. Now I'm a lefty, so I'm going to turn this around so that I don't smudge it with my hand. Often if you turn the paper around, it just makes it easier to finish off the glitter. So there's a quick little card using the 2 punches. Now I'm going to show you another card. This is made using Baja Breeze, and I have used the punches separately. The 4 Seasons stamp set is for the little image. And here's the inside of the card. I've used the snowflake and the Baja Breeze ink, which I've stamped off a couple of times, and Baja Breeze ribbon for the inside of the card. Now I'm bringing in just one of the punches, which is the circle punch, and some black ribbon, and I've layered that across some Daffodil Delight cardstock. The next one is the party bag that I showed you earlier, and you can see how I've used the colours of soft suede and crumb cake, as well as some cherry cobbler, and I've put some cherry cobbler glitter on the little snowman's hat and on the very edges of his scarf. This little card I've used in a similar way, but used the little penguin from the image of the No Peeking stamp set. This little tag I've made using Daffodil Delight for the cardstock and put some clear glitter around the edges. This is a similar one using black as my scallop piece and the little snowman in basic black ink. This particular card I layered a piece of, I think it's cherry cobbler across the centre, which had been put through the embossing machine. And this card is very similar to the first one I showed you, just using different colours and different pieces of that Snow Festival paper. And here's the really yummy one. Now, I got this idea from Tammy White, and I'll give you the link to her site so that you can see how she shows how you can do this partial embossing. Isn't that just gorgeous, that Christmas tree shape? It's very simple and easy to do. I've added some bling and changed it up a little bit to just give it my own style, and that's it from the side. Isn't that embossing just adorable? So make sure you stop by Tammy's blog and you'll find out the details on how to do that. Thanks for joining me today, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye now.